community worker with a passion for delicious food and nutrition. So we're just going to chop a few vegetables here. When you're practicing your knife skills, it's great to start on softer vegetables, so cucumbers, zucchini, that sort of thing. We're going to be using a chef knife today, or a French knife. You have the tip of a French knife, and then the heel of a French knife, and then the handle, and then the shaft, which is going to go all the way into the handle. What we're going to do right now is I'm just going to show you how I chop an onion. So a lot of people complain about onions because they do make you cry. I'm going to show you a way that you might reduce your tears. What we're going to do is we're going to just take the top of the onion off. I always operate with a compost bowl and my cutting board and my knives, and I try to keep my cutting board as clean as possible. So then I'm going to take my French knife with the point down. I'm going to go right through the root of the onion. Then I'm going to remove the onion skin, just like that. This can be a bit tricky sometimes. You might have to get in there with a paring knife. So if we were making a soup or any type of sauce where we wanted a diced onion, what I would do is I would watch my fingers. I'd watch my pointer finger and my thumb. I would put my point of my French knife right down about 3/4 of the way up the onion. And then I would just use the shape of the knife and push it down. So you can see how there is a rounded body to this, so that helps with the rocking motion. So you're going to notice here that we have the layers of the onion and the slices like this. The root is keeping them together. So what happens when we're chopping, the gases will come up and start making you cry. But if you keep it together, you won't cry. So you keep it together. We're going to rock it back and forth just like this. And then what happens is you get a nice dice. And then when you're at this point, you just put it onto its largest flat side and just redo it, just like that. The beautiful thing about this is, especially right now with the cost of food and everything that we're talking about food waste, is basically all that we're tossing into the composter is the root, the tip, and the skins, right? So that way we're really being mindful of the waste of those onions. If you are only using a half an onion, what you want to do is you want to wrap your onion up in either a plastic wrap or in a tight fitting container and put it into your fridge. So another way we could do that is just slicing. And again, we want to be mindful of our fingers. We want to keep it all sort of down. It's really important to keep your tip of your French knife on the cutting board. And again, we'll just rock it back and forth. Get a nice slice here. So this would be great for salads, maybe stir fries. When it gets to a point where I'm a bit nervous of my fingertips, this is now the larger flat side. So I'm just going to tip it over, rock that knife back and forth. If I was making a stir fry, I would be using a nice thin slice like this, maximizing the surface area for cooking. If I was making a soup, what I might do is go straight down the center of the celery, just like that, and again, cubes, right? So this way it's easy. You can notice how quickly I'm getting through these vegetables. A carrot, again, we've got a round vegetable, right? This is a little bit large, so what I'm going to do, the first thing I'm going to do is make it a little bit more manageable. And then I'm going to give it a bit of a flat side, just like that. So take a little tiny piece off, and then what happens is we make it a little bit safer. So if I was to make a julienne, like I would if I was making fish en popoyote, I would do nice thin planks, that's what this is called, and then a julienne, very thinly sliced. If I was making a soup, what I might do is just cut it into a chunk, like so. Carrot sticks for the kids' lunch. The zucchini, I mean, you could use in sticks, eat them raw, chop them up for a sauce, julienne it for a wrap, anything. So there we go. That's just a quick knife safety and some ways to chop some vegetables. Eat well, live well.